Hello everyone, I'm Neha Sharma, Assistant Professor, Institute of Information Technology and Management. I'm here with another topic from HRM, that is job analysis. So let's study what job analysis is. Job analysis is basically a detailed and systematic study of jobs to know the nature and characteristics of people to be employed for each job. In turn, I would say it is a process of discovering and identifying the pertinent information relating to the nature of a specific job. It is basically a determination of the task which comprises of the job and the skills, knowledge, abilities required by the worker or an employee to perform that job successfully. So it is basically a systematic collection and compilation of data about each and every job that is there in the organization. Now, job analysis is divided into two major categories. One is job description and the other is job specification. We'll study in detail what is job description and what is job specification. First, let's study the uses of job analysis. We know now what is job analysis. Now let's study what are the uses of job analysis. How job analysis is going to help us in human resource management. So the first important thing is important use of job analysis is organizational design. Now, job analysis, the information which we derive from job analysis is useful in classifying jobs and creating interrelationships among them. Now, responsibility actually commensurate with authority and accountability for various jobs. So that can be specified so as to minimize duplications or overlapping. In order to improve organizational efficiency, I would say sound decisions concerning hierarchical positions and functional differentiation can be taken on the basis of information that is obtained through job analysis. Next is human resource planning. We have already, in the previous video, I've shared what do we mean by human resource planning, what are the things that we do in human resource planning, how it is useful for the organization. We have also studied the process of human resource planning. So let's study what is the use of job analysis in human resource planning. Now, job analysis represents the qualitative aspect of human resource requirements, that what skills and what qualities and what other human attributes are required to do a job. Now, it helps in determining the number and the kinds of jobs, qualifications needed to fill these jobs in the organization. It is job analysis which reveals what an average person can do on a job in a day. It also facilitates the division of work into the different jobs, which is an essential element of effective human resource planning. So, this is how job analysis helps in HR planning. Now, let's come to recruitment and selection. To make employment programs successful, it is necessary to have clear statements of jobs to be performed and of the skills and knowledge that must be possessed by the employee who is going to fill these jobs. So the information regarding these two things is procured from job description and job specification respectively. Now these help in matching as closely as possible the job requirements with workers' aptitudes, abilities, and interests to facilitate the execution of employment program. Next is placement and orientation. Now, placement is basically matching the skills that the employee, that the candidate has with the requirements of the job. So that is basically placing it. We generally say it as placing the right person at the right job, and that can only be done by a clear understanding of job requirements, which helps in matching these requirements with the abilities and interest and aptitude of a people who is supposed to do that job. So similarly, orientation program can be geared towards helping the employee learn the activities what he has to perform in the job, understand the duties and responsibilities that are required to be performed on a job effectively. So that can only be derived through job analysis. Next is training and development. Training and development program are administered to help the employees to gain knowledge and skills to perform the task assigned to them efficiently. Now, this purpose can be achieved conveniently if the employees fully understand the job description as well as job specification and are familiar with what they are expected to perform on the job. So, the same information is also useful to those who administer training and development programs. So, it is useful for both the trainees as well as the trainer also. So, this is how job analysis helps in training and development. Next is performance appraisal. Performance appraisal is basically the performance of the employee, evaluating the performance of the employee on the job. And that can only be done with the clear cut standards of performance if are being established well in advance. The job analysis data can be adapted to establish clear cut standards of performance for every job. In evaluating the performance of an employee, the superior or supervisor can compare the actual contribution of each man, each employee with these standards being set. So that information can also be derived from job analysis. Now, next is career path planning. Now, planning and developing the career of the employee on the job is only possible when you know what is employee is expected to perform on the job and what more skills can be add on to the employees in his profile in his portfolio so that he can grow in his field and he can occupy higher level positions in the organization. So these information can only be derived through job analysis. Next is job design. Now, job design, it basically helps in designing and redesigning of jobs within the organization through time and motion study, work specification, work improvement, and work measurement. So, to design a job properly, obviously, we need the basic information about the job, how the job is being performed, what is the process which is used in this job, what are the duties and responsibilities involved in the job, and what skills and abilities are required by an employee to perform this job. So, after having the base of these information, then only we can proceed with the job designing and redesigning. So that can also be possible only with the help of information that we get through job analysis. Next is job evaluation. Job evaluation is basically evaluating or finding out the worth of a job in the organization hierarchy, how important the job is. Now, to find out the worth of a job, we must know what are the duties and responsibilities to be performed in a job, what are the qualifications and skills and experience required in doing this job. More the experience, more the duties and higher authority and responsibility, more will be the value of that job in the organization. So, this is the way we decide the worth of a job in the organization. For that, the basic information is provided by job analysis. Next is labor relations. Labor relations is basically relationships between the employee and the employer in the organization, or we can say the relations between employer as well as the trade unions in the organization. Now, the relation will only be harmonious between the two parties when both are clear with their roles and responsibilities and are performing and giving best to their job, to their employment. So that is only possible when you have clarity of what exactly you are supposed to do in that job. So that basic information again can only be derived by doing a job analysis. Next is employee counseling. Employees also are supposed to be counseled every now and then if their performance is not coming up to the mark, they're not performing so well, they're not motivated in their job. So for that employee counseling to go in the right direction, first we should know what is the basic standards of performance which is expected out of the employee. Based on that only, we'll be counseling the employee and motivate them in the right direction to achieve their target. So that can again be only possible with the help of the information that we get through job analysis. Next is health and safety. Now, health and safety measures in the organization, like what are the hazardous conditions and unhealthy environment, unhealthy factors that are associated with the a particular job like heat, noise, fumes, and dust. There are various jobs in the factory to which these factors are associated, hazardous factors and unhealthy environment. So that can also be studied and find out only by doing a good job analysis. And if we know the basics of these information through job analysis, then only we can provide the corrective measures to minimize the chances of these various risks and avoid this unhealthy conditions and environment for the employee. So health and safety measures can also be very well implemented in the organization if we are clear about the job analysis. These are some of the uses of job analysis. Now, I hope it is very clear that how job analysis helps in almost every function of the organization, in every function, HR function of the organization. Now, let's study. As I said, there are two different categories of job analysis. One is job description, and the other is job specification. So, let's study this two different criteria, categories of job analysis in detail. So the first is job description. Job description is basically an organized, factual statement of job contents in the form of duties and responsibilities of a specific job. Now, the preparation of job description is necessary, obviously, before a vacancy is advertised. It tells in brief the nature and the type of a job. In other words, I would say it emphasizes on the job requirements as the title itself indicates that the document is descriptive in nature and constitutes a record of job facts in an organized way, factual details of a job in an organized way. So these are some of the examples what it includes. It includes what does the job holder does, how it is does the process, under what condition it is does, and why it is does, why it is done. The purpose should be very clear of that particular job, the objective, why it is being performed, and how it is contributing to the overall objectives of the organization. So these are some of the contents of job description: job title, job location, in which department it is there, in which part of the organization, a brief summary, job duties and responsibilities, materials, tools, and machines used to perform that job. Relation, how it is related to various other jobs in the organization, the nature of supervision, whether it is strict or maybe there is no supervision at all, and the employee may have the autonomy to perform his job. Working environment, how it is, social environment, and hazards or hazardous conditions, or maybe the environment in which the employee has to work. So these are some of the contents of job description. Now, how do we prepare job description? Now, it is not easy for the HR manager to prepare a job description. So there are experts, experts are there along with the HR who take care of the preparation of job and description or maybe job analysis. They both are done simultaneously. So the first important thing is by observation of job being performed. Now, under this method, what happens? The job analyst it watches and observes the individual performing the job and takes the notes to describe the tasks and duties which are being performed by the employee. If a particular job is simple and repetitive, observation may be only the technique that is required. The use of observation method is limited because many jobs they do not have complete and easily observable job cycles. So that's why it is not the only method that we follow. It is generally followed by discussion with the superior on the job. We might have a questionnaire, and no, in fact, even without questionnaire, we can go and discuss with the supervisor who is supervising the job since so long, and we can ask the basic details about the job with the supervisor. Next is by requesting the superior or supervisor of the job to fill in the questionnaire describing the job. So you can also come out with the questionnaire, and the questionnaire is basically a widely used method of analyzing a job. A set of questions are being prepared pertaining to the nature of duties, tasks, responsibilities to be performed by the employee on the job. And these questionnaires are filled up by the supervisors as well as the employees of the organization, and the relevant information is being collected which helps in defining and identifying the basic nature of a job. So that is also one of the methods. And we can also discuss with the employees, those who are working on the job, rather than only observing them. And we can also, as I said, we can get the questionnaires filled up with the employees also along with the supervisors. So by doing and following all the techniques, even what we can do is we can interview the managers, all the employees of the organization. Not only discussion, we can come out with a certain set of questions, and we can interview each and every employee, or maybe we can choose some of the employees who are performing the core jobs, and we can just interview them and put up certain questions, and we can write down the answers, and based on that we can come out on the average that what exactly is being performed and what duties and responsibilities are being carried out in this job. So this is how we prepare a job description, and a job analyst, a specialist or expert along with the HR does this. Now let's come to what is job specification. Job specification is basically a document which states the minimum acceptable human qualities necessary to perform the job properly. Now, it basically sets forth the requirements sought in a person who is to be selected to perform a particular job. The job specification translates job description into human qualifications required for successful performance of the job. The specifications may relate to educational qualification, training, experience, personality, and all. So it basically translates the job description into human qualifications and sometimes the level of performance required for successful performance of the job. Now, these are some of the contents of job specification. It can be education of the candidate, of the employee who is supposed to perform that job, experience required to do that job, training required, judgment, what kind of a decision making power or decision making abilities required to perform that job, how much initiative is required in doing that job, physical effort required, responsibility and sincerity in that job, communication skills, and other emotional characteristics. How much all these things are required. So these are some of the contents of job specifications that we go ahead with job specifications. So these are this is the topic job analysis that we discussed today, and very soon I'll be coming out with another more topics from human resource management.